Hey, it's your boy Matt, laying out the game plan for you guys. Today we're gonna talk about informational articles. This is the third and final guide in the series on different blog post types. We already covered product reviews and list articles, but informational articles are probably the pillar of affiliate marketing today. In my opinion, at least, they are the base of the pyramid. This is what you base your entire business upon. You will probably get most of the traffic from these types of articles, and they're gonna serve as drivers of traffic to your other content forms. Why is informational content so important? Well, number one, it builds a lot of trust with your audience. You're not trying to sell anything directly here. You're only here to help, to answer a question, to provide a solution to a problem, to show your research, your expertise, to bring value to your audience. This is why it's critical to do this right. And my process will get you there, but a fair warning before you dive in: if you follow the other processes, you might notice that they are quite formulaic compared to this one. This is because informational articles will require some research or at least some expertise, as we will see in the guide itself. The other reason why informational articles are so important for affiliate marketers today is because the other forms of content are usually dominated by higher authority websites and bigger publications, some of which were traditionally even like journals and newspapers and all of these like big media houses. They are turning their attention more and more to affiliate marketing. They are writing product reviews, they are writing list articles. They still don't bother that much with informational content, mostly because there's not a lot of search volume on all of the keywords. Some of them might get some decent volume, but you will typically not see like tens of thousands of page views per month on your informational articles. You will see hundreds or even thousands of page views on some of your articles. That kind of traffic is still valuable for your business. Plus, you will point people to other resources on your blog. You will earn some money from the display advertising as well, so definitely worth doing. Even if you expect like a few hundred page views a month, still go for it. I always recommend going for informational articles as much as you can. Even like if you only get 50 page views a month, you're gonna probably get the article done in like 2 hours or something like that. It's still worth it. In the long run, it's still worth it. Now, as usual, you will see my entire blueprint of the process. You will watch me go step by step, sentence by sentence. I will give you a lot of examples. I will give you a lot of like practical steps. And if you've seen the other guides, you know how this works. We also have a blog post. I recommend watching the video first at least once, preferably twice, and also reading the blog post several times and using the blog post later for reference, for like quickly reminding yourself of the steps, what to do next, like have the full checklist, just like cross items off the list. In the end, you will have a perfect informational article that not only ranks on Google, but also satisfies your users' search queries. It answers their questions, it builds trust, and it points them to commercial content on your blog as well, which earns you even more money. Okay, so we're gonna jump to the computer in a little bit. Before we do that, just briefly what you need to know about informational articles in case you're not familiar with them. They are the types of articles that either answer a specific question that a user types into Google, or they provide some sort of a guide, a tutorial, like a set of steps on how to perform a specific desired action. As I mentioned, they don't usually have a lot of search volume, but they are still great because they're mostly typed in by beginners. This is your chance to capture your audience, to captivate them, to impress them. And trust me, they will remember. Like a person that's typing their first query about a niche, when they see your blog, I believe this is like imprinted in their brain. I certainly remember like the first affiliate blogs I ever read, the first like important marketing blogs, all of that. And I believe this is true on every topic. So people are in the beginning of the buyer's journey here. They're in the top phase, in the awareness phase. Maybe they're not even sure like if they have a problem or if the problem needs a solution, but they are exploring here. They are trying to learn, they are trying to get some information, and you as an expert on the topic have a chance to educate them here, and that's gonna earn you a lot of points, not only with them, but also search engines are gonna notice people spending good amounts of time on your blog and they're gonna reward you in the rankings as a result. Now, a big key here. You should satisfy the searcher's intent. This is critical. So I'm gonna show you how we do this. This is actually like kind of complex in some ways, but you're still gonna see my complete process that gets it done, that nails it right like 100% of the time. If you've seen the previous two guides on product reviews and list articles, you will notice that this guide is not so formulaic. So that's why I consider it to be the most difficult one to perform. You will need like 5, maybe 10 articles to practice on. After that, you're gonna be golden, you're gonna be excellent, but the first one might be a little tricky, especially if you don't know how to research a topic, but I will show you all of that. Even though like the example may turn out not to use like all of the research forms, you will see a lot of examples here. So that's gonna be very helpful for you. This is the type of guide that I wish I first had when I started blogging. I had no access to this. I don't think there are any other guides of this form that show you like in intimate detail, like every single step of the process. So I believe this is gonna be very, very valuable, especially if you're a beginner. Also, we will go very deep. I like to do very detailed guides. I've noticed that they not only rank for the main keyword they're targeting, but they're also ranking for like a ton of adjacent keywords, which I believe in some cases they may even drive like more traffic than the main keyword we're targeting. So this is my way of doing things. It's working really, really well for me, and I think this is like the way of the future. I expect more and more blogs to start working this way, to start producing content this way, going very deep, going very detailed, but still staying relevant. So that's like the delicate balance in here. You do want to go as deep as you can, but you don't ever want to lose relevance. So stay relevant and go as detailed as you possibly can without losing relevancy. There is a counter argument that some people make. They say like, you know, the attention spans of people are getting reduced. Nobody reads like the entire thing. That may be true. Nobody will read it like your 3,000 word informational article, but people scan and they see the headers. And guess what? We will have a ton of them. Like that's part of the strategy as well. We have a ton of headers, people will scroll to them. I guarantee you, like when you go deep, when you go detailed with a lot of headers, some of those headers will grab your reader's attention. They will spend a good amount of time on your page. My personal like time on page for most of my blogs is like crazy. It's insane. And that's precisely because I write detailed articles. They answer a lot of questions. They hit the problem from very like different angles and perspectives. They provide a lot of options. So it's no wonder that people spend like a lot of time on my blogs. And my ad revenue from display advertising is also very big because of that. Also, I'm very big on expertise here. So I'm usually like starting new blogs that they don't really have a lot of authority in the beginning. Some of them gain some authority as, you know, as they gain like links organically and naturally, but new blogs will not have authority. So we have to go with expertise here. And expertise, there are like different opinions on how search engines measure expertise, but from what I've seen so far from my observations and experience, I believe that search engines view expertise as a combination of the depth of the content piece itself, like the level of details it goes into, the volume of other content that's related to this content piece, like interlinked in the same category and all of that. So not just the one content piece you're writing, but also like all of the other content pieces that are related to the topic you're covering. And of course, research, original research, unique research, data, like even your own experience and expertise can be somehow counted as research. We will see exactly how that turns out into practice. And based on those few factors, I think we have a perfect formula for building a lot of expertise in the eyes of search engines, and they reward us with higher rankings in the end. I think that's enough for the intro. You will learn a lot more by the example. We're going practical here, that's our thing. So let's jump into the computer right now. We're gonna go straight to the WordPress editor and you will see my entire process on informational articles. Let's go.
Alright, so as we all know it by now, we start with adding a new post in our trusted WordPress dashboard, and we gotta start with picking the topic first. So as you might know and expect already if you've seen the other tutorials, we're gonna continue with the minimalist wallet niche. We're gonna stay there because it's not necessarily like the best niche in my opinion, and the more like content we create in it, like the more doubts I have about it. But still, I think it's a very good one for the purposes of showing you guys like how to cover a niche, how to dominate it completely, like how to cover all of the angles. So we're gonna stay with it like make a complete circle with all three of the processes and the guides for all of the blog types. And as long as we're talking about informational articles here, that's probably like the biggest issue with this niche is that there's not really like that many questions and that many like informational topics that people are researching on this niche, because it's simply like the products are not that expensive and people don't really think that much about spending, 30, 50, $70 on a wallet, like on an item that's also relatively simple. There's not like too much content of the type of like how to use it, guides and tutorials and stuff like that. There is some of it, and that's where we're gonna come in hard. But most of it, it's like people don't really even bother reading that much. Maybe they'll see like a video or a review or something, but informational content, there's simply not a lot of keywords here to do. So we're gonna stick with like a basic one. Let me just say a word or two about the process itself here. So hopefully at this point you probably have like a list of informational keywords that you want to target, that you want to cover on your blog. This is not gonna go through that entire process because that's like a completely different, like an entirely different thing. But I'm gonna mention you like a few examples that you can use. So I like to use the Google search engine features. Like I'm gonna type if I'm completely blank, I have like no idea what to write about, and I haven't done no keyword research absolutely like up to this point. I'm just gonna take like my main topic, my main keyword, let's say like minimalist wallets, for example, in this example, and I'm just gonna type it into Google. I'm gonna see what the auto suggest, the autocomplete feature suggests. I'm gonna take a look at like the related searches and the people also ask sections. I'm gonna also check out Reddit, Quora, maybe some Facebook groups. I'm gonna check out Answer the Public, and probably the most useful tool that I will in a lot in a lot of cases, this is gonna be probably even the only tool that I use. That's gonna be the Google Keyword Planner. This tool is like amazing, and I don't know why no digital marketer ever mentions it. This is by far my favorite tool. It actually like kind of combines like all of the other things I talked about into one, especially like the Google features and all of the like related searches and all of that. It's extremely useful. So if I'm drawing blank, like I have no informational keywords in my mind, I'm just gonna type like the keyword into the Google Keyword Planner. Let me show you how that's gonna look for a little bit. So it's like really simple. We're just opening up this amazing little tool by Google. It's actually not that little. It's actually pretty huge, I guess. I'm just gonna set the region to like default, and let's see what it's gonna come up with. Minimalist wallet. Maybe there's not gonna be like a ton of suggestions here, but take a look at this. Like these are 780 keyword ideas, and I'm sure you can find gold in here, like 10 wallets for men. These are like brands, I guess. Best 2021. Decadent minimalist. I'm not sure like what all of these are. I'm not that familiar with the niche, but yeah, I can already get like a few ideas that are gonna inspire me, like RFID, minimalist card wallet, Like you can see, you can find a ton of them, and a lot of them will have like decent search volume. So this is between 100 and 1000. Maybe we can say it like it's the average, which is 500 in this case or something like that. Although if you spend just like I believe $10 on Google Ads, the exact monthly searches are gonna be unlocked. You're gonna see like numbers like 780 here or something like that. And this is like precise. This is not like, I don't know, Ahrefs or some other tools that I'm sure they're like amazing tools. They're trying really hard to get a good estimate of the search volume, but they're still never gonna be as good as like a tool from Google itself. So I only recommend using this tool like most of the time. And as you can see, like there's like tons of keywords here. We're not gonna use all of them, but a lot of them are gonna be like, really useful, and some of them will be probably will be like informational article ideas. So yeah, we showed that. For this tutorial, I decided on the keyword what is minimalist wallet. That's it. Actually, let's see how much search volume is this thing gonna have. Usually, like I'm not even looking for a lot of volume here. Anything, if it has like at least 100 to 1000 monthly searches, that's good enough for me. I'm always writing those, and in a lot of cases I'm even gonna write like with less volume, so even like 10 to 100 I usually write those as well, especially if it's like a general keyword such as this one, which it's very good for your blog to cover because it's gonna boost your authority and all of that. So 10 to 100 searches, this is pretty good. I'm satisfied with this. This is gonna be an easy keyword for me, and I'm definitely gonna do this. Just to like give you an idea of the entire process I'm going through here. So I'm usually gonna try and do something like this, like how does a minimalist wallet work? I'm gonna try like this isn't like a similar keyword, but they are related. And in my example, when I'm gonna write like on the keyword what is a minimalist wallet, I will have a section like I'll definitely have a subheader there that's saying how does a minimalist wallet work. And the other way around, if I were writing on how does a minimalist wallet work, I would definitely have a subheader that says what is a minimalist wallet. So this is like there is a little bit of an art here in like picking the which one should be the main topic and which one should be like a subheader of the next one, because honestly I don't think these two can be like completely different articles. I mean, what we will end up writing here when in the keyword we decided like what is a minimalist wallet, this is gonna probably be like a general guide about minimalist wallets. We're just not gonna call it that because that term is probably going to have no search volume. So we're going to phrase it as a question. We're going to answer the question. We're going to answer a lot more other questions related to this. And it's going to end up being like a big, like useful, meaty guide for minimalist wallets as a general, like first entry point into our, blog for new audience members to get a feel for our brand. So let's see if this keyword has like more search volume. No, it has 0 to 10. So yeah, this is gonna stay like this. What is a minimalist wallet is gonna be the title of this keyword. As usual, this is just a placeholder title. We're gonna add some details, some intrigue here. This is not gonna be the complete title, or probably this is gonna be like some sort of brackets here. We'll see how that turns out later. For now, this is pretty good. And yeah, there we go. We have like our placeholder title. We have the topic that we're gonna cover, and we can move on to the next step now. And let's go back to the process here a little bit. So we got like the first two, which are usually done right off the bat. Especially if you have the prepared list of keywords, you're just selecting which one you're gonna cover. We started the new post. We entered the placeholder title. For now, it's the same as the keyword. And we move on to researching the competition and determining the requirements for the blog post. So for that, I usually like to use an incognito browser, and I'm just gonna type in the keyword here. So we're gonna grab this guy from here and we're gonna Google it. I'm gonna change everything to English and to what is this like? Yeah, I always like to do this as well, like change the region settings to United States because that's where most of my audience comes from. So yeah, save this guy here, and there we go. So I can see right off the bat here, like this is a guide on 12 best minimalist wallets for men. This is not exactly a dedicated article for this keyword. And in fact, it seems like there's no article that targets this specific question, which is amazing. This means our article is probably going to rank and it's going to get that search volume of 10 to 100 monthly searches every month. It's probably I'm going to try and go for the featured snippet here as well. This is great. In my book, this is like as best as it can be, even though this is like a direct competitor in this niche, I believe, and these guys are always like a threat seen at Rolling Stone. Gear Junkie is also like a niche blog for wallets as well. So practically there is no competition on this keyword. Just to give you like a sense of what I would do if just pretend with me here like these are articles that are targeting this keyword. In that case, I would just like get their word counts and see which one has the largest word count. So this is 2600. Remember, like these are not targeting our keyword. This is purely hypothetical. We're assuming that these are completely different articles. So yeah, okay, this is like 3,500. I would do that for like all of the articles on the first page, and find the one with the most with the biggest word count. Now, I wouldn't necessarily always go for bigger articles, but I would most of the time, especially when it makes sense if I go in a lot of depth for the topic and I can cover it in like the complete detail, like I can do everything to exhaust that keyword. I'm definitely gonna aim for a higher word count as well because that's not a direct ranking factor per se, but it turns out like longer articles tend to win. They tend to rank usually even like on number one. So why not? Why not go for it all? And that's like one aspect of researching the competition. I would also take a look at the competition's subheaders, since this is not like a. Maybe I should have like chosen a better example here, but it's kind of difficult because this niche really doesn't have a lot of like good informational keywords. Let's see like how do minimalist wallets work. Maybe this will have like an article describing this. 13 reasons to use a minimalist, reasons to switch. That's weird. Okay, let's do this. Why use a minimalist wallet? Maybe this is gonna be like, yeah. So let's say we were targeting like this keyword, why use a minimalist wallet? Then I would definitely do, okay, there is like some competition here. There we go. This is like somewhat related, not exactly. These are not really related. This is how it is. Okay, so these would be like the only real competition, and we would go the same, like see the word counts. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's like only small articles. None of them is even like above 1,500 words. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this one as well. Like, why switch to a minimalist wallet? And the next step I would do is like take note of their headers. So I would probably like either grab these into notes or at least like read through them and pay close attention for like inspiration. I don't necessarily recommend like reading carefully through your competitors' content, at least when it comes to their blog posts. I'm gonna explain that when we, further down the article why. But yeah, take note of their headers, because you will get like some inspiration, and you will get more ideas about your like how to refine your own points. Now the thing, as I mentioned here, is like this is just a drill. What I'm doing right now, we're not covering this keyword, so let's go back to like the original keyword here. We're doing this one, and this one doesn't even have like any real competition on it. I expect my blog to rank like really quickly for this keyword. So basically, now you have like now you have complete freedom when it comes to word count. In this case, you can choose to write a fairly small article, and honestly, I'm not gonna go for like a huge article here because there's no need. Although I think I don't even know how to write under 2,000 words. We'll see how that turns out. Maybe it's gonna end up being less than that, but still, I like to go very in depth. We're gonna answer a lot of related questions and all of that, and I think we're gonna end up with a fairly detailed article that's gonna rank for this keyword and probably a lot of other related and adjacent keywords as well. So this is good enough for now for researching the competition. When there is like competition, I told you what how that's gonna look like. So you're gonna take note of the word counts, and you're gonna also pay a little bit of attention to the competition's headers. You're probably gonna like open, a new text document or whatever, and like just paste all of the headers in there, and then you can use some of them for your own headers, change them slightly, improve upon them, like see if you can add a bit more value there, and that's basically like researching the competition. Now the next step is researching the topic, and this is by far the most important step when it comes to informational articles. Even though, again, I might have chosen like a semi good example here. I guess the niche itself is not really friendly to informational keywords, but you will see how I go through this entire thing, how I research this topic, and in order to get to like a very good answer, and not just one but several answers to other questions related to the topic itself. And research is basically key for informational articles. For not all of them, like, but a certain subset of them, definitely like very important. You will have to do a thorough, in-depth research of the topic in order to write great content that's going to rank and attract audience to your blog. So let's see what we got here. So we can go like this route. This is a common route that you will take with some subtypes of informational articles. So gather data and perform independent research if it makes sense. And this can be like this can take like several different forms. So you can gather data about a certain like parameter, variable aspect of the niche itself, like of several different, let's say, products in the niche or something like that, and you can extract like some interesting observations, conclusions from those. That's not relevant for this keyword right now, but it is relevant for other like more data focused topics and keywords. So research is like very valuable here, especially this type of research, because the competition will never do it, and the results that you come up with will be very like original. You will be the only author behind them. You will often get like even backlinks for them, and it's gonna be easy to build backlinks to these results as well. That's like very good with this form of research. As I said, for this keyword, this doesn't really apply. We cannot really gather data and do research about the keyword, what is a minimalist wallet. But for example, like if say we were covering another informational keyword, such as maybe how much do minimalist wallets weigh? Now, that's a perfect keyword where you can gather data In fact, I'm probably gonna do that at some point on the blog. So as long as I have like a sufficiently large data set of different wallets with all of their specs, especially their weights, I'm gonna take a long, hard look at that data, and I'm gonna give like a lot of answers, like what's the average weight, uh, how are like the clusters, lightweight, normal, heavyweight, something like that. What is the lightest one? What is the heaviest one? Not only like what's the average weight, but what's like the median weight, or whatever it was called. You can do like a ton of stuff there. You can pull out a lot of charts, graphs, infographics. It's amazing. I mean, the search volume is also probably not gonna be huge, which is the probably gonna be a recurring theme in this niche, but it's still gonna help you win like a lot of authority points in the eyes of search engines, and you're still gonna get some volume that's gonna bring you traffic, and you're gonna have advertising in there. It's gonna earn you some money as well. So we're covering what is a minimalist wallet right now, so we cannot really gather data here. But as I said, if for example we were covering like how much do minimalist wallets weigh, or maybe I don't know, like how big are they, what are they made of, usually materials, stuff like that, you can go ahead and gather like as much data as you can, like all of the data points, and take a look at it, like do some research there. You will even show the data in the blog post itself, maybe like a table, or maybe like even as a downloadable spreadsheet or something like that. And that's gonna bring you a lot of points in the eyes of Google. You're gonna rank very easily for those keywords. So this doesn't really apply here. Now, the other form of independent research you can do on a topic is to outreach to some people that are relevant to the topic in any way. Maybe they're experts, maybe they're like really fired up enthusiasts or something like that, and possibly interview them. Uh, I think this is not really feasible for this keyword as well, because we don't really need a lot of like public opinion on this one. We don't need to do surveys or interviews or anything like that. But other informational keywords, such as, I don't know, for example, like maybe how often do minimalist wallets break or something like that, or do people regret switching to minimalist wallets, or maybe something like what are the most used tactical features of minimalist wallets. All of that, sorry, all of those are perfect for performing interviews, surveys, stuff like that. And that's also another great form of research that search engines love to see and audiences find very valuable as well. Keep that in mind. We're not gonna do this in here because we just need to answer a simple question. So as you can see, like maybe we can even split all of these informational articles into a few different subtypes. But I think like the process applies mostly the same to all of them, except for these like tiny little differences I show you in the research process. Those are gonna be fairly different. Now the final form of research we can do here is to perform the tests and the research myself. Again, this is not really feasible here, and this probably more applies to like maybe list posts or something like that. Or actually, this applies more to like keywords of the type, I don't know, for example, like does RFID blocking in minimalist wallets really work? Like this is something that maybe you would want to get an RFID scanner, like fill the minimalist wallet up with a few cards, see if like and actually test for yourself and for your audience if the wallet actually blocks like the reading signal and all of that. I know this because I am like a little bit familiar with the niche, so I kind of know like this would be a problem that a lot of wallets would face, and probably like beginners and people that are not familiar with this and they would love to get to know more about this whole topic. This is a question that they might have. So I've just thrown like a few different ideas here what you can do. As it turns out, like I chose a keyword that's not really suited that well for research. It's just like a simple guide that's gonna answer a question basically. So in this step, you have to think about your own experience and expertise with the product. And the good news here is like this is actually quite similar to research in my opinion. Like it's almost like you've done research over time by using a product or something like that. And as you can see, I have a minimalist wallet. It's actually, I don't even know, like maybe 5 years old at this point. It's already falling apart, but it is like pretty small. It's very slim. I think I had it like even before the term was coined or something like that. I just liked the wallet not occupying a lot of space in my pockets. So I have some experience with this types of product, and I believe I'm fairly like adequate to answer the question what is a minimalist wallet after years of usage and like a lot of let's say like maybe not a ton of experience in the topic, but still a lot more compared to like the average reader on the subject. So I'm gonna use my own experience and expertise here, and probably this is gonna be the most value I bring in this article. Like this is gonna be my main source of value and what I provide to my readers and to my audience as value. Also, like theoretical expertise kind of works here. You don't have to be a very practical expert or have like years or decades of experience. It's enough if you're like very well acquainted with the topic itself. Although like practical experience is much better, it's much more valued by audience members. And if you can like do both, rely on your own experience and also do research. It just so happened that the keyword we're covering here doesn't really like permit for a lot of independent research. I hope I elaborated that like with the examples I gave you on how I would go about researching them. For now, I'm just gonna rely on my own experience and expertise on this topic, and I think that's gonna be enough for writing this article and winning the number one position in Google. Now, the next step, I like to call it thinking laterally or thinking outside of the box. This one is actually kind of hard to, I guess, to teach, to convey because well, first of all, I'm not like very good at this myself. I'm a pretty like A to B type of person. I'm not like that irrational. I'm not that creative, I guess. I do have like some flashes of interesting thought here and there, and I try to like make use of that as best as I can. The point here is that when coming up with like the idea for the article, like all of the ideas that you want to include in the article, you don't necessarily want to only be thinking about the main topics. So for example, we're talking about what is a minimalist wallet. Maybe we can cover like maybe we can go a bit more broader about wallets. You know, maybe we can cover about the history of minimalist wallets or stuff like that. Maybe we can talk about some of the materials commonly used in minimalist wallets and how they affect like the users or whatever, like, or maybe like even how minimalist wallets have, I don't know, like changed some aspect of our living or stuff like that. And also there's like a ton of features we can discuss here. Maybe we can go into in depth about every major feature of minimalist wallets. We're definitely gonna cover like all of the features of minimalist wallets, I believe. And yeah, I think I should have like been writing down all of this because these are probably gonna be like the points we're gonna cover, and they're gonna be like the some of the subheaders we're gonna base our article upon. Uh, but my point here is like think of concepts that are not like maybe directly related to the topic, but they're still like relevant in some ways, helpful. You know, it's kind of difficult to explain how to do this, and I'm not even sure like if I'm doing it right now. But I think I gave you an idea. Like try to open your mind a little bit, see what you can come up with that's maybe helpful to your audience and not exactly related to the topic in a direct way. That's the best I can give it. That's the best explanation I can give right now. Oh, and by the way, that reminds me, like you should take notes the whole time, like throughout the research process. You should always take notes. They Most of them they're gonna become like headers. Some of them actually, not most of them, but some of them will become headers and subheaders in your article. and you just want to open like a new text file or whatever, and take notes here. Like, uh, let's see what did I say before. Like, okay, so we'll probably have like how do minimalist wallets work. This is gonna be one subheader, maybe features of minimalist wallets. What are minimalist made of? Um, what else was there? Maybe something like history of minimalist wallets. Although I'm not too in love with this idea. Maybe it's gonna go. We're just like brainstorming here. We're gonna see what we keep from these. Maybe how much do minimalist wallets cost? Are minimalist wallets worth it? So this is probably gonna be like these can be separate articles as well, and that's fine. Like we're gonna write those as well as separate articles, but we're gonna cover them in here in like brief few paragraphs, and when we complete like the entire article on them we're just gonna go back to this general guide and link to that article from the general guide. So maybe we can say like how many cards do minimalist wallets fit? Should I buy a minimalist wallet? So as you can see, like these are all related to the topic somewhat, and they would fit nicely in a general guide. I mean, there's only so much we can say about the main keyword, like what is a minimalist wallet. This can be like at most like 2 or 3 paragraphs before we start sounding really like boring and circular and all of that. We don't want to do that. So we're gonna make a more like general complete guide that's gonna answer all of these like sub questions and related like subjects to the topic of minimalist wallets in general. But let's see if we can come up with something more like okay, I'm just gonna like spitball a little here. Not all of these are gonna be great, but maybe we can say like how many people own a minimalist wallet? Are minimalist wallets cool or trendy or something like that? Um, I don't want to use like what are the best minimalist wallets in here, because that's like a completely different article. But maybe we'll have a header in here like that. And as you can see, we already have like what, this is maybe 10 or something, or 11 maybe. These are all like most of these will be subheaders, and I think that's pretty much good enough for now. So I'm relying on my own experience and expertise here. That's how I'm mostly coming up with this. I'm also trying like to think outside of the box a little bit. I'm not really doing a good job at that, honestly. I guess I could do better. Um, yeah, that's it. I got nothing. Like maybe in some other setting, but I believe like you get the general idea. Like you can spend a few minutes here, maybe even like half an hour, trying to come up with ideas, and that's not even like that important, because the next steps that we'll see, they're gonna go into more research, so it's not even like that important actually. So the next step involves researching the topic on Google Scholar. Now, this is probably not going to yield any results. I know this up front because I've done this like several times, and this is a very commercial like keyword, or it's really tied to a product that's, there's not really a lot of like scientific nerdy research studies types of stuff going on here. So let's just see what comes up here, like minimalist wallet. Maybe there will be something. I guess there is something here. Let's see what these are. What are to determine the expected number of coins in a person's possession under certain conditions. Okay, this might be somehow interesting if we decide on like. Nah, I cannot really think of anything that's, always go for relevancy first. Maybe you're gonna be tempted to include something that's like kind of funny or fun. I would advise to mostly avoid that temptation. Like, don't go with that, because your main job is to educate, not to entertain. So I'm not sure. Let's see. Rare vintage. This is not a research page at all. I'm not sure like what Google Scholar is doing here. This is not research as well. So yeah, as you can see, like there's Google Scholar doesn't really like yield any interesting results here. However, if we were to write about a completely different topic, like I don't know, maybe keto diet or something like that, we're gonna see like a lot of, probably a ton of research, like maybe even pages upon pages from highly authoritative websites that deal with scientific research, like Science Direct here, like all of these websites, like NIH.gov, like these are all highly trusted resources, and I would urge you like to still like do the diligence, the due diligence, and check like your keyword, just to be sure. Although I know like upfront we're not gonna find anything here. I'm gonna try and think if we can maybe use this somehow one more time, because it is like some funny little research. I'm not so sure, but let's keep it in here. Like maybe we're gonna say what's in your wallet. Maybe we're gonna use this. I think not, but yeah, let's just take note of it. So this is like my process. I'm gonna take it as a note, even though I'm highly doubtful that I will ever use it. So, like you would probably use all of these like for, if you're writing about an article about the keto diet or something related to it, anything that has like research, data, stuff like that, like usually in a field that's more like, I guess, important, more critical, like it has to do with health or like maybe finances or something like that. Always try to include research. Usually for topics like this, like consumer products, you're not gonna find a lot of material on Google Scholar, but still go there, like scholar.google.com. Type in your main keyword there. Type in like your niche in there. See if anything comes up. Now let's see. Now the next step is researching YouTube videos. As it just so happens, there will not be any videos on this keyword as well. Let's try YouTube directly. Maybe there's gonna be something in there. Although I highly doubt it, because this is like a low volume keyword and most creators will probably not gonna even bother with this. Yeah, we're only getting like best, kind of like that. So in any case, like when you find some relevant videos for your keyword, definitely check them out. Like, go watch them, watch as many of them as you can before you get bored or stuff like that. I usually watch them faster, like at times 175 speed, maybe even times two if the guy has like a clear pronunciation. I turn on the subtitles as well. It saves like a lot of time. It's gonna practically halve your video research time. Just take notes. Like, whenever you hear something that might be useful, that you might want to use, pause the video, go back to your notes, like type it down, take some notes. Even if we found here, even if we did find something useful here, I'm not gonna be able to show it like buyer's guide. Yeah, this might have like some useful ideas in it, but I think I cannot show you like actual video footage from other YouTube videos right now. So in this case, I would probably like watch this video and see if there's like some interesting ideas in there, some interesting concepts that I might like to cover in my own article as well. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and watch this video. I'm gonna cut out the footage from this, and I'm gonna see if I can take some notes from it, because as I said, like, I cannot show you the footage, but you're gonna see the results of me watching this video at least, and you're gonna get a better feel for like how the process is developing. If you want, like, you can watch this guide quickly yourself as well, and see if you can follow like my thought process here and determine what I decided to take notes of. It's gonna be pretty straightforward. It's not like anything complicated. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I quickly went through the video. I watched it like at speed 175, and actually I got like quite a few interesting ideas from it. So this is what I got. What do you need to carry in your wallet? I'm not sure we're gonna use this, but it was interesting. Maybe we'll find some use of it. Also, like, what do people carry in their wallet? So this is related to the research we found previously. Maybe we will find use of this as well. We're gonna see how our minimalist wallets made. This is like a good example of lateral thinking. So I didn't really see this in the video itself, but it just somehow occurred to me when I saw, I believe, a chapter about the design or something, or maybe something kind of like that. So this isn't from the video directly, it just like occurred to me as a lateral idea. Honestly, I'm not even sure we're gonna use this one as well, but it might be interesting to like touch upon this, or maybe wear. No, that doesn't make sense now. Maybe we're gonna do something about design. I'm not sure yet. I wouldn't want to go into like best design minimalist wallets, because then the article is gonna end up being more like about best wallets and stuff like that. We want to stay like purely informational here. We don't really want to dive into commercial content. But maybe we're gonna do something about design. We'll see how that turns out. And types of minimalist wallets. This is definitely gonna go into the article. So we're gonna have like I don't know, like bifold, single fold. What else is there? There's minimalist wallets with a pen. There's tactical ones. Like there are a few of them, and we're gonna cover like all of the different types. And this is gonna be like even subheaders here. Maybe we'll do like additional questions as well. This is gonna be pretty good. So maybe we can, speaking of like tactical, maybe we can do like minimalist versus tactical wallets or something like that. And as you can see, we already have a lot of interesting ideas here. We're gonna create a pretty big article. I guess this is probably gonna be at least 2,000 words, maybe even more. And this is gonna rank for not just our main keyword, it's gonna also like cover a few other keywords. I think this is gonna get us a few hundred monthly visits easily. So there we go. Like, there was only one YouTube video, but it was actually quite helpful, not just like the content itself, but the directions it pushed me to thinking, and even like probably half of the new ideas, or maybe even like maybe even all of the useful ones I got, I got because something sparked an idea in my head that wasn't really like discussed in the video or the content or the research per se, but it pushed me into the direction of, you know, it's just gonna create these like mini chaoses in your brain. I don't know how creativity works, whatever, and you're just gonna come up with like a lot of different ideas that are still gonna be relevant to the topic you're discussing. So we have like quite a few things over there. The next step is researching relevant forums and online communities. So let's see what we have here. Usually I do at least Reddit, Quora, and Facebook groups. I have to be logged in. Let's see. I cannot even search here. Okay. Let me go back into the regular window where I'm logged in, and maybe I can do some searches here. So let's see if there's like something subreddit maybe or something like that. There's a wallet subreddit. Okay, this can be pretty useful. And minimalism subreddit. Okay, nice. Okay, maybe we can find something here. So for example, when I'm searching Reddit, I'm usually gonna do something like this probably. Wallets. Okay, this is not like a huge subreddit. I'm just gonna take like a brief look here. See if I find something interesting. Ridge Wallet, Bifold Slim. Okay, not a lot of useful stuff here. Let's see if I go like top. I usually try top all time, at the very least. What's going on? Come on. My voice is like shutting down. Louis Vuitton style pocket organizing wallet. So okay, people are probably making like custom wallets. Maybe we can do something like about that. Like, can I make my own minimalist wallet? Can I customize my minimalist wallet? Or maybe like how to customize. Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, there are some interesting ideas on Reddit. Not like we're not gonna use anything directly, but as you can see, like they give you some inspiration. The interior, like, okay, yeah, that's a good point. So maybe we can say like compartments of minimalist wallets, or maybe like what's it called? Like the different building blocks and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure. Like I can't think of the exact term right now. I think it was compartments, or maybe like components or something like that. Yeah. So something along those lines. We're gonna figure it out later. Girlfriend, dad. Okay. Maybe like. Maybe we can do something about men versus women. Who uses them more? Like, let's just say like men versus women here. Let it stay as a like a hint. Maybe we'll come up with something. Do we have how many cards do they fit? Yeah, how much cash as well? Maybe we can say like the minimalist wallets, or can minimalist wallets hold coins. Handmade. Maybe we can select how long do wallets last. As you can see, like these, a lot of these can probably be separate articles, like entire articles. Maybe they're not gonna be huge, but maybe we can do some research on them. And in this type of like a general guide, we're definitely gonna want to cover as many of these as possible. So capacity, making a wallet. That doesn't look good. Color, maybe style or something like that, like clothing style, fit to clothing style. Maybe we'll extract the subheader out of that. As you can see, like Reddit can be pretty useful. I already have like a few, some inspiration. I'm not exactly sure this can be used. Okay, let's see Quora. Let's see what is there. I think we're gonna find even less stuff in here. So let's see. Minimalist. Probably nothing. What are some of the best review? What makes you buy? Do we have this? Should I buy? Yeah, we got that one already. Why are minimalist wallets targeted towards men? Okay, this is pretty interesting. So maybe we can. This can even be like a separate article, I guess. It seems like there's no answer in here. Okay, this is interesting. On a related side note, like as soon as I read this article, or actually as soon as I read this article, which is gonna be a different, smaller article, I'm gonna go back here and answer the question and put the link to my article in the answer as well. Would you consider what are the best? Where can I buy? Oh, no, that's that. We're gonna offer like links. So we don't answer this as a question. So, what is a good, best, functional, innovative, full green letter? Okay, there are some questions. I didn't expect this many questions, but let's go down a little bit more. Interesting, favorite life hacks, safest way, or minimalist wallet safe. There we go, that's beautiful. Also, like minimalist wallets, harder to, what do we want to call it, less prone to theft or something like that. Maybe, yeah. Okay. Okay, Quora also yielded like a few interesting suggestions. Let's do Facebook. Maybe we'll find some group for minimalist wallets. Maybe we're gonna find something interesting in there as well. The best wallet. Okay, this is not very useful, I think. Best wallets for men. This is a page. Red wallets. Okay, I'm just curious, like what's going on here. I just want to see what kind of discussion is going. Is it like all spam, or maybe is there something useful? Supply. No, okay. So usually I do like those three at the very least. Honestly, I don't expect there to be any forums on minimalist wallets, like on mm, specific on that products. Uh, let's just check and make sure. Style forum. Okay, this can like have. These can be like related forums, maybe not for wallets specifically, but they're gonna do the trick. Like definitely, they're gonna be at least some discussions on wallets, I guess. Although we'll have to like do some searches here. Uh, these types of forums are probably in their sunset years already. They were first decimated by Facebook, and actually like Reddit and Quora also like split up the territory that's left that's not on social media. So I'm not expecting to find a lot of good stuff here, but I always do my due diligence. I always stick to the process. I never skip steps. So need to carry a Sigma small wallet. New wallet time. I'm not seeing anything good so far. Okay, there's a lot of results here. I'm not gonna go through all of them because I don't wanna like bother you. But if I were doing this like for a more competitive topic, for example, I would probably go through all of these. If I'm drawing blank here, if this list is like a lot smaller, if I have only 2 or 3 here, I'll probably go through all of these like. I'm not seeing like a lot of good stuff in here. 4,600. Wow. I'm not even sure like what this forum is about. Does it work? Okay, guys. So this is the research basically. Real or fake? Maybe we can do something like. There we go. We found one useful. How to tell fake minimalist wallet. Actually, we're probably not gonna do that one, but let's just keep it there. As you can see, like I'm building my list of notes. Not all of them will become ideas that are relevant to the article, but a lot of them will be, and you're gonna have to use your judgment and experience here. I think experience is even more important. As you write more and more, and as you see like which articles you write perform better, you start to get a feel, like you develop an intuition for what to include in the article and what to omit. So I believe you got the picture. I don't think there's a need to go deeper in there. We did the forums. Now it's time for the Google part. So we're gonna see if Google gives us something useful here. So first, let's see the autocomplete feature. I don't expect anything here because this is pretty long tail. Like we're probably not gonna find anything. And yeah, there we go, empty space. We're trying a few letters, nothing like. Yeah, okay, fair enough. This is a fairly low volume keyword, so we cannot find anything from the autocomplete. Let's see if we get something here. So pattern, letter, carbon fiber, keyring, coin holder. Not really, no. I mean, like maybe we'll describe some of these as features, and we already have like leather, carbon fiber, and materials. Money clip, money clip is like a component. We already covered that. So yeah, I think we don't have anything from the autocomplete. But sometimes you will see something, some suggestion in the autocomplete box that's gonna be a useful idea for your header, for your article. If it is, like, take it as a note and maybe you're gonna use it as a header. So yeah, okay, the next one is people also ask. So let's type in the keyword into Google again. Is there even a people also ask section? I think there's no such section. Oh, we're in the videos. Huh. Okay. So our minimalist wallet's good. Okay, we're gonna use this. This question is always like, although we probably have like worth it. Yeah, I guess this is like essentially the same question. And what I like to do in this case, like, uh, I will I will pop both of these. Come on. Into the keyword planner of Google. I'm gonna take both of them. I'm just gonna plug them in. I'm gonna let them like fight it out between them, and the one with the bigger volume is gonna be the one that stays in my article. The other one, which essentially covers the same answer, I'm gonna eliminate it. So our minimalist wallet's good. That's the one we're going for. Actually, these are not necessarily different questions when I think about it. Yeah, let's leave both of them. But you just saw like what would happen if I see two questions that are essentially the same. I'm just gonna pop them into the Google Keyword Planner, and the one with the bigger search volume is gonna be the one that I choose. What's a good minimalist wallet? This is not gonna go. I'm gonna expand on the relevant ones here and see what comes up later. Should I use this? Oh, this is a good one. Nice. Do minimalist wallets damage credit cards? Okay, this is pretty good. We're gonna use this, and this is an entirely different article as well. Should I carry a wallet or a money clip? Dude, come on. Maybe we're not gonna do this one. What is the best? What is the best route? Why should you not sit in your wallet? Okay. I don't think this one is related. No. Does sitting on a wallet hurt your back? I think these are like, they're interesting ideas, but they're in another article. They're not related. They're not really related to the topic we're covering. They are like a little bit related, but not really. Is it okay to stack credit cards? Yeah, I think these are like different articles. Although these are like all good ideas, and I should probably like take note of them and cover them in other articles as well. But yeah, these are actually pretty good. Huh. I've never really like seen these questions, but I'll probably do most of these on my blog. So, how many wallets should a man have? This might be interesting. Dude, come on. What is the point of a money clip? Isn't this like what we're answering here? Huh. What is wallet syndrome? I'm just curious. Huh. Can't sitting in a wallet. How long should a wallet last? I think we got this one already. Is a bifold or trifold wallet better? When should I change my wallet? Okay. I think we got enough. Like you saw what I did here. I just took the relevant ones and I expanded upon them. I contracted them. Then I scroll down and I see if I can find like other relevant ones as well. There are some here that may or may not go, but I try to keep it as relevant as I can. And plus, we already have a lot of here. Not all of these are gonna go, but this is actually pretty good. We're gonna see which one of them we keep, and I think we're gonna go like a lot of depth. Okay, that's the people also ask section, and the next one is related searches. So we're already on the same search. Let's see what we have here. Minimalist. So these are the related searches. Card holder wallet, best slim wallets, minimalist wallet. Do we have like how much do they weigh? No. Maybe we'll have like how much do minimalist wallets weigh and how big are minimalist wallets. As I said, like these are probably entirely different articles, but in a general guide such as the one we're doing right now, I think these are like pretty good subheaders, and they're each gonna get like 1 or 2 paragraphs. So I'm not seeing like any good ideas here. Leather, minimalist, review, bifold. We already have like most of them. So this is also done. We don't find anything in related searches. If you do, if you find something relevant, you know the drill. Take it in the notes. Now, the next step is actually what I almost showed you previously, which is going through the keyword, going with the keyword in the Google Keyword Research Planner. So here we are. Uh, let's see, what is a minimalist wallet? Okay, what happened here? We got like 780 previously. Was that like just this? Yeah, okay, my bad. So the keyword itself, it doesn't really have a lot of suggestions here. Actually, it has like it has none that are useful. If I were truly desperate for headers and for ideas, I would go with like minimalist wallet in here. And out of all of these, like 780, maybe pick like what? Just to give you an idea of what I would pick personally, if I were to pick any at all. I mean, it's not like these are always useful. There's usually a lot of brands in here as well. So these mostly seem like brands to me. RFID. Okay, maybe we can even use this like do minimalist wallets have RFID blocking or something of that sort. I think that can be useful. Maybe we can also do like minimalist wallet versus, was it card holder or something like that? Yeah, it might have been like that. Wow, this is actually gonna be a pretty big article, I guess. Okay, I'm not seeing like anything good in here. Maybe if we like go through more, maybe if we go through all of these with like more attention, maybe we're gonna find something. But coin pocket, personalized, customized. Maybe we can do like a hint here, like personalization or stuff like that. Yeah, I think you get the idea. Like a lot of these are not very useful for our guide right now specifically. You will often find like good ideas here. I usually get a lot of good ideas from this little tool. And okay, that's done. I also recommend going through Answer the Public as well. Although usually like this tool only provides like a subset of what the Google features provide. Still, let's check it out. Like, what is a minimalist wallet? Let's see what it comes up with. I'm not expecting a lot here, honestly, but let's see. Oh, 43 questions, okay. Let's see. Water, how to use. Do we have how to use? Huh. It would be funny if we don't have how to minimalist wallets for it. Oh my god, how to use minimalist wallets. There we go. Okay, that's a pretty good one. So yeah, always like do your due diligence. Never like underestimate any of the steps. What to carry? Wow, this is also pretty good as well. What to carry? Best minimalist wallets. What is how to use? How to make? Where to buy? How to use? These are a lot of these are the same. How to use? Are they good? Where to buy? Where to buy? Why? Why minimalist wallet? Huh. What is how to use? Are these the same as above? They look mostly the same. Maybe I'm gonna like miss some of them, but they look the same. Okay, well that was actually pretty interesting. We found like one or two good ones there. Now the next step is to research the competing blog posts, and as I said, like there's nothing going on here for this particular keyword. If these were competing articles on the same keyword, honestly, I would read them and just see if some of the headers they're using are not in my current list so far. That's it. Like, I wouldn't even read too much into their content. I usually honestly, I try to ignore the competition. I don't even want to look at them that much. I just want to get like a feel for their content volume and stuff like that, so that I'm sure that I'm going more in depth than them. In this case, there's nothing to show. As I said, if there were competing articles, simply scan their headers and see if any of them is not in your current list of notes and headers. If it's missing, like add it, tweak it, change it, try to improve it, but don't be short. Like don't ever miss a relevant idea that your competition is covering. And that's enough for this step. The final like secret piece of the puzzle I recommend for people here to do, especially like for beginners, is to take a break and let like all of this research, all of these like ideas and notes and stuff that you gather, let them like connect with each other in your mind. Like as I said, I'm not sure like how creativity works, but I've found that when I take a short like break, a walk or something like that for even 15-20 minutes, when I come back I do a lot better work. It just makes more sense. Everything is more like better organized, like better put together. It just makes more sense. So simply step back for a while, at least for 5 minutes, take a short break, go for a walk, and with that your research process is going to be over. You're going to go ahead and create the header structure and start writing. I don't feel really good about the keyword I've chosen here because this will not like warrant a lot of research. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you like a quick example of what I would consider to be a fairly good amount of research for a different keyword. So, just assume for a brief moment that we were writing on the keyword how much do minimalist wallets weigh? Okay, now this article can be related to the actual article we wrote in the previous guide about the weight of minimalist wallets. It was specifically like about the lightest weight minimalist wallets out there. Uh, and as you saw there, I already had like a lot of data, especially the important data points about the weights of the minimalist wallets. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time here. So let me see if I have like the data ready to go here. Yeah, there it is. So this is like only a small sample of minimalist wallets. There's like hundreds of them, if not thousands. And as you can see, I have all of their weights already compiled here in grams. Now, for the purposes of our hypothetical research, for the other like hypothetical topic we're covering on how much do minimalist wallets weigh, I would simply look at this number here, the average, and also I would probably like look at the maximum and the minimum as well. Those can be like separate subheaders in there, like how much does the lightest minimalist wallet weigh, how much does the heaviest minimalist wallet weigh. I would probably also like let me see if I can do that real quick here. So I would probably try and sort by the weight itself and see if I can group the weights in clusters. Okay, so I see like there's three wallets that are 85. There's like four that are between 68 and 71. One is like an outlier, it's like 141 grams. There's like a bunch of them that are like 56, 46, 44. So there are like a few clusters, some just a few that are like really light in weight. I would also like group these into like as I said, into clusters. Maybe I would even attach like additional labels in here. So maybe these are like super lightweight, these are like very lightweight, these are maybe like medium or something, these are like kind of like heavier, and these are like super heavy. I mean, um, I think that makes like quite a lot of sense. Look for like 5 or 6 different clusters if possible, and try to like extract even more out of that. So how much do light wallets weigh, how much do heavy wallets weigh, and stuff like that. You can take this like really deeply. I don't suggest like going into unnecessary detail here, but play around with it, see what you can come up with, especially if it sounds like valuable and something that would be useful for your audience. Okay, I hope that gave you like a better idea of what I consider to be research. It doesn't have to be like a person in a white lab coat and looking in the microscope and all of that. It can be just like you taking a long, hard, rational look at a lot of data. And that's what I usually do. And guess what? It works brilliantly. It works amazing. And this is all data that you can find on the internet. It's beautiful. It's insane. So yeah, okay. Let's go back to our example here. So the research process is done. We already have like a lot of headers here. Let's see what we got. So we're probably not gonna use all of these because this is like really a lot. Maybe if some of them like go into hierarchical like subheaders and stuff like that, but I believe we'll have to remove some of these. These down here, like they're already not good candidates to start with, so I'll probably remove all of these. I'm not sure we can use the research. Let me think about it one more time. But and as you can see, I'm really trying here to like make the research valid and relevant, but I'm always staying with the relevancy. So I'm always starting and ending with the relevancy. If it's not relevant, like drop it. Don't fall for the trap of including research just for the sake of including research. That's a mistake. I guess. Oh, I think we don't have something like pros and cons of minimalist wallets. That one usually goes well, and that's also like a separate article. We're probably gonna write that one as well. But as I said, this is an informational article that's kind of like a guide, an introductory guide to minimalist wallets. It's gonna target a lot of keywords, so yeah, I think we're gonna drop these clothing style and fit. Actually, I like that one. let's try and fit that one as well. Personalization, maybe that's not for here. Although I'll yeah, men versus women. Can we do something with this? No, let's not go there. Design, I don't think so. Yeah, let's just delete these. How are minimalist wallets made? Nah, I don't see that one. What do you need to carry in your wallet? Okay, this is pretty good. We can maybe have that one, although it's gonna have to pass like an additional round of elimination. How to tell a fake minimalist wallet. This is gonna depend on the brand itself, so we're gonna probably remove that one. What do people carry in their wallet? Okay, so this is where the research can come in, actually. Okay, so just to give you guys an example, I'm not gonna do this one because I don't think it's relevant enough, but if it were relevant enough, I would probably end that section or a few paragraphs with something like, if you're curious about what people carry in their wallets, or like how many coins people have, like take a look at this study here, and I would link to it. Probably even like the link would be only the anchor text of the link would only be the word here, so that I don't send away a lot of traffic to some research that's like related to the article. We're not gonna do that one because we have a lot of other ones we have to choose. So okay, we're now in the phase of creating a header structure. This is important because I have a lot of ideas here. I have to structure them properly. I have to organize them well. I probably have to remove like at least half of these because we already have a lot here. So okay, let's see how to do this. How do minimalist wallets work and how to use minimalist wallets. That might be the same. Maybe no, it's not. Although I think this one could be a subheader here. How do minimalist wallets work? How to use minimalist wallets. Okay, yeah. What to carry in. Okay, so we have something similar here. What do you need to carry? What to carry? I think this one can go in here as well. Features. This one is probably another. So these are gonna end up being like H2s. This is the title. So these are gonna be like H2s, and these are probably gonna be H3s. This is like the initial, round of going through them one time, but usually they end up staying almost the same as like the first iteration. There will be several iterations, however, we'll see how things end up. What are minimalist wallets made of? Okay, I like that one. That one can stay, although history, that's usually like a wild card I use usually when I don't have a lot to work with. So in here, I don't think it's like that necessary. And honestly, like, okay, I'm curious. I want to see like if there's some search volume on this, although my assumption is there's really not a lot of people searching about the history of minimalist wallets, so we'll probably drop that one. Let's see now. So we're going to trusted Google Keyword Planner, which again, it's really beyond me, like why no digital marketer recommends this tool. They all use like Ahrefs, which I guess is like a pretty good tool, but it's nowhere near precise as the tool by Google itself. Minimalist wallets history. Yeah, let's see like what comes up here. Yeah, that's pretty weak. So maybe this can be a separate blog post after you've like exhausted the niche. Like there's no more informational topics to write on. But for now, I think we're good. Features. What are minimalist wallets made of? That one's pretty good. Oh yeah, we're here. So for now, we're not gonna go with history. Maybe that's gonna be a separate article, but for now, let's drop it. How much do minimalist wallets cost? This is pretty good. These are kind of like the similar thing. Are minimalist wallets good? Are minimalist wallets worth it? I guess both of them can stay. How much is cash? So I think this can go under features, and I believe I do the same in the product reviews as well, so that makes sense. Can minimalist wallets hold coins? This is also under features, and it's pretty good. How long do minimalist wallets last? So I think this one can be somehow grouped with these. We're gonna see if these are like all under some different H2 or whatever ends up happening there. Should I buy a minimalist wallet? Okay. We already noticed like another cluster forming here that's related to the price, and we'll see what's going on in there as well. Maybe these are gonna be like H2s, maybe they're gonna fall under some other H2, we'll see. How many people own a minimalist wallet? Okay, this one is not necessary here, we already have enough ideas to work with, enough relevant ideas. Are minimalist wallets cool, trendy? Nah. Let's try and keep it like clean and simple, especially given the fact that there's no competition on this keyword, so we really don't need to like push the boundaries here. If I were decided to like write the biggest possible guide out there on this keyword, maybe I would have left the previous one before, which was what? Are minimalist wallets cool, trendy? For now, I think we have enough other headers, and we don't need that one. What are the best minimalist wallets? Okay, this one is like a let's leave this one, and maybe we can put it in here or something like that, or maybe it's a separate one. We'll see. Types of minimalist wallets. Okay, this one I like. This one should stay. And but this one will fall under it, or maybe we'll just like briefly cover all of the different types with a few paragraphs under this header. Yeah, no need to like compare each and every one of them. So minimalist wallet versus card holder. This one, actually, let's put a note here for card holder, because it's like a subtype. I mean, there's no clear definition, in fact, I believe like affiliate bloggers often end up making up these definitions, and they actually become like solidified in the real world, and people start using the terminology that some guy like me, like sitting in front of a computer, came up with, because he was like, what should I do here? And he just like said the first thing that made the most sense. At least we're trying, at least we're thinking about it. Can I make my own minimalist wallet? Maybe we can put this one under here or something like that. And maybe we can say like, nah, let's not do that. How to customize my minimalist wallet. Or maybe, can minimalist wallets be customized? Because how to customize it is like an entirely different article. So compartments, different building blocks, components, this can go under features, I believe. Also will include like some other common features found in here, like RFID blocking, some tactical features. I'm gonna take a look at the list again and see what I already have in there, or maybe I'm gonna do that as I'm writing the guide. Can minimalist wallets be customized? Okay. Why are minimalist wallets targeted towards men? I think this was like a question from the Google, from the people also ask section, right? Minimalist wallets safe. Okay, let's leave this one. I think this one can be good. Are minimalist wallets safe? Yeah, definitely that one goes. Are minimalist wallets less prone to theft? That one goes as well. I like that one. Do minimalist wallets damage credit cards? Perfect. Should I carry a wallet or a money clip? This one is kind of not that related. It's a separate article, so let's not do it. How many wallets should a man have? This one is separate, not really relevant. What is the point of a money clip? I don't know why I put that one in there in the first place. How much do minimalist wallets weigh? Yeah. Okay, that one's pretty good. Maybe these are all under features. Or maybe like, how do they work? I guess we can put it under how do they work, kind of. Or maybe like the basics. Maybe this one can be like minimalist wallet basics, or what you need to know about wallets. Maybe this one is like, how do they work, how to use them, what do you need to carry, how much do they weigh, how big are they? Okay. What are they made of? Well, this one is under here, I guess, as well. How much do they cost? Should you buy? What are the best ones? Are they good? Are they worth it? I'm still not sure if that's like the same header or two different ones. Let's see how it plays out. Can they be customized? Ugh. Okay, let's leave that one. Why they're targeted towards men? Are they safe? Are they prone to theft? Do they damage credit cards? I guess these can go in here. and we kind of lost the cluster here because it became like half of the article. So okay, maybe we'll keep it that way. This is actually like pretty difficult for informational articles, as you can see, because in the previous processes I already had like a very good intuition about the header structure. I've done like a lot of them, and they start to look alike after you do like 5 or 10. The next one is probably gonna be very similar to what you did before. Maybe you're just gonna tweak a few words or phrases here and there, but every informational article is new. It's not like anything you've ever written before, which is why it's definitely the most difficult one to master. Why are they targeted towards men? Types, this can go. So what do you need to know? Types, features, how much do they cost? Are they good? Are they worth it? How long do they last? Can they be customized? And as you can see, we're moving from like the most basic and probably most like most important and also most general, but usually like these are gonna be the types of questions that most people have, and we're moving towards like more specific, more detailed, and the questions that like a lesser number of people will have, like can they be customized? Why are they geared towards men? I'm gonna remove that one actually. Do they have RFID blocking? So we have this one, and the features, maybe we can do it like that one. I usually prefer having the header as a question rather than a word. I think that's more beneficial. It helps you capture more featured snippets in the Google search results. And we're gonna see how all of that plays out. Pros and cons. You know what? I think I'm gonna remove customized as well, because now we have like a pretty basic structure, and if we remove what if I remove customized? Clothing style and fit. Pros and cons. Maybe we can end with pros and cons, or maybe we can end it with what are the best minimalist ones. You know what? I think this is pretty good. Let's see what we got here. So, what do you need to know? I'm gonna look at just the H2s first, and then I'm gonna dive into like the H3s. So, what do you need to know? Types, features, how much do they cost? Maybe we can go here. Like, should I? Yeah, okay, this one makes more sense. Should I buy a minimalist wallet? I think I'm getting like a pretty good idea about this article. How it's gonna look. How much do they cost? Are they any good? You know what? I'm gonna remove that one. I'm just gonna have, are they worth it? How long will they last? That one's kind of related to the worth it, because we're gonna talk about quality, then we're gonna talk about the types, then we're gonna talk about the features. I'm still not sure about the clothing style and fit. Maybe we're gonna leave that one. Maybe we're gonna remove it. We're gonna go briefly through some pros and cons in here, and we're gonna end with what are the best minimalist wallets, which of course is gonna point our audience to another article of ours, which is about the best minimalist wallets. I still haven't written that one, but of course there will come a time in the future when I do that one. And I think this one is pretty good. Okay, let's look at the H3s. How do they work? How to use? What do you need to carry? How much do they weigh? How big are they? Are they made of? Are they safe? Are they less prone to theft? How about this? Is this better? This can be better. Yeah, a bit more structure. Okay, I like it. I think I like this one better. Clothing style fit. Okay, okay, that one's turned out pretty good. How much do they cost? Are you with it? No. How many cards do they fit? How much cash? Can they hold coins? Or maybe we should say like how many coins? Do minimalist wallets fit? Yeah, that sounds better. Compartments, building blocks, components. Features, is this features? Yeah, I guess so. But this is gonna come first because this one is like one of the most common and the most important feature in a lot of them. So RFID blocking, compartments, tactical features. Then we maybe go to clothing style and fit. Then we move on to pros and cons and what are the best ones. Guys, I think this is pretty good. So I usually spend like a decent amount of time here when I'm doing informational articles. This is important because you gotta have a clear concept here. You gotta have like a strong, nicely crafted argument that's gonna flow nicely from the start to the finish, like from the most important stuff on the top, like the most general things that most of people will have on their mind, all the way down to like the most specific, more like pointed, more concrete. In the end, we end with the most concrete, probably header in this entire article, which is like about the products itself. So I feel good about this. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm just gonna cut these and enter them here. So these are all. God, something's like so annoying in the latest WordPress, or maybe it's just the way mine is set up, but something is like super annoying for me here. The whole like border around it and these like moving around, it's like ugh. Okay, these are all gonna be H3s that I'm gonna have to separate like this. So okay, minimalist wallets, safe. Oh, not that one. My voice, guys, it's shot because I'm kind of like I'm a little sick, and also I'm like training team members through video call like for hours, and I'm speaking like all of the time. It's insane. These are all H2s. Maybe this one can go under them. Yeah, okay, better, a bit better. Types, and we're gonna break this up maybe, or maybe it's just gonna be like one paragraph quickly listing the most important types of minimalist wallets. We'll see. As I said, I'm not necessarily going for like a lot of volume in terms of word count here. I usually want to go in depth but there's no need here. There's no article that's covering the same topic, so why make our lives more difficult when we can get away with less? Although we're gonna still like make sure we're outputting like 100% quality. This is still gonna be like a very solid quality article, because you know it's full of like, it's mostly questions. Actually, it's gonna answer like all of the most important questions about minimalist wallets. And in fact, like you know what, let me just check if this can maybe be called like minimalist wallet guide, or guide to minimalist wallets, or intro to minimalist wallets. Maybe these will have, no, their volume is not better than this one. So yeah, let's stay with this one. In fact, this is like a more like a guide. It's not exactly. I mean, what else can you say about this one particular question, right? I'm not a fan of writing like a blog post that's only gonna be like 4 paragraphs and 200 words. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna do any good. So I usually do it like this. You know, when I have a more general guide, I include everything in there. That's basic, that's general, and still like very useful, or at least partially useful to a larger number of people. So those are our headers. Let me just do something here. So usually I do this step near the end. I place the table of contents widget, but I'm curious, like, how does the header structure look like? I want to see. And there we go. Okay, pretty good. Nice, like you know, steps in there. Nice subheaders. Okay, good. We can close these. I think this is gonna be pretty good. I think this one's gonna be more than enough. So this one is done. The header structure is created. Okay, we're gonna start writing now. So there is no data for this informational article in particular. Let's go back to the hypothetical like article that we would write if we were doing like the keyword, how much do minimalist wallets weigh. In that case, in that example, I would simply add like a big table with all of the wallets and all of their weights. It's just 2 columns, the name of the wallet and the weight of the wallet, in both grams and ounces. Actually, ounces come first usually. So I would definitely add that raw data for Google and for audiences to see that I've done the research. I've done through the hard part of, you know, gathering, collecting, like inspecting, analyzing all of that, and drawing my conclusions from raw data. So that's a step from the process that's currently not applicable, but if we were to do that, I would definitely add a table there, probably like under a separate H2 header that's called like data research, something like that. Keyword, like maybe it would have been called like minimalist wallets weights or something like that, and the table. I fill out all the content for every header. Okay, or in human language, write the article. Let's just see. Oh, nice. Okay, let's go. Should I buy a minimalist wallet? So we're gonna try and get away with not a lot of depth here, as I said. Probably like 2 or 3 paragraphs for every header, two or three sentences each, and I believe that's gonna be enough. So Should I buy a minimalist wallet? Well, we can say like most people today will definitely want to strongly consider a minimalist wallet, especially ones that, especially people that don't necessarily have to carry a lot of cards on their person. A lot of cards, nor a lot of cash on their person. Um, the only exception here, in fact, the only exception would be people that for some reason still need to carry more than 15 cards and a lot of cash and coins. So this answer is written in a way that's friendly for that's like prepared for the Google snippet. So if someone types in this question in Google, the way I wrote this paragraph, it's already like it's already prepared to go into the snippet, and I usually answer all of the questions like that. So as you can see, there's not like this is self-contained. It doesn't rely on outside context. Like you can read these like few sentences and get all of the entire message. Like you don't need outside knowledge or like to look elsewhere to get an idea of what this paragraph is about. Okay, I want to expand on this a little bit more here. So, especially people, in fact, the only in fact, the only let's not let's do it like this. In fact, most people today, men especially, let's not go there. Most people today end up buying a minimalist wallet one of sorts, even if they haven't intended to do that from the beginning. Even if that hasn't been their initial idea, since traditional big bulky wallets are not only going out of style, but they are also becoming very impractical, not to mention they are easier targets for pickpockets, and they can even cause back pain in some cases. Okay, we have two paragraphs in here, nice long juicy paragraphs. In fact, I should probably cut this one into a few sentences. Let's leave it for now, and that's pretty good. Let's move on. What do you need to know about minimalist wallets? So this one is like a big subheader, a big H2. I'm not gonna write a lot of text here. I'm just gonna say like these are the most important answers, ideas, and concepts you need to be aware of if you're considering getting a minimalist wallet. Okay, how do minimalist wallets work? Okay, let's go crazy here. So minimalist wallets. Minimalist wallets are very useful to people because no, let's say like minimalist wallets work pretty much the same as regular wallets, or maybe almost the same as regular wallets, with the added benefit that they maybe we can say like force or encourage people to truly re-evaluate what they are carrying every day, remove the fluff and clutter from their wallets, and be more efficient and more practical in their day-to-day lives. The typical minimalist wallet will only provide a limited space for your most important credit or debit, credit card, credit or ID cards, as well as a few key cards or as well as a few other types of important cards such as key cards, transport cards, etc. Also, most minimalist wallets will provide you with a way to carry some cash, although not wads of it. However, the typical minimalist wallet will not be a good fit. Will not provide a way for you to carry coins. Let's do another paragraph here. So, as you can see, the typical minimalist wallet is geared towards the modern person. As pretty much everybody uses mostly cards today, and cash is being almost universally replaced by cards worldwide, and coins are actually becoming an annoyance of the past. Okay, this one is pretty good, I think. How to use minimalist wallets? I just had like an idea about, how am I using my personal experience and expertise with minimalist wallets? Am I providing like some value based on that? So these first few headers are probably like the most important ones, and I'm trying to like figure out if I'm doing that. Maybe I can say something like how the minimalist wallets work. Yeah, I'll do this. This one is pretty good, and pay attention. You should always like try and do this. So I've had a minimalist wallet for about 5 years now, or rather 2 of them, of the same brand, and I would definitely recommend one to to literally everyone I know. There's no, in my opinion, there is literally no person today that should go with a large, a big and heavy wallet over a minimalist one. Okay, this paragraph is actually pretty good because now you're the expert. With this paragraph, now you are positioning yourself as an authority. This is actually like more than 5 years, I think. It's like 6 or something. I can't really remember. Uh, but try to do this like whenever you can, whenever you have the opportunity to demonstrate your expertise and to give your opinion based on it. Always go for it. So this entire article just became a lot better because of this one small paragraph. This is how Google thinks, by the way, and how the audiences think as well. So maybe we can let's do something in here. The way minimalist wallets usually work is by no, let's expand on that in here. Most wallets will have one compartment where you will keep the cards together, although some will have several different compartments where you can keep the cards separate. Now this is a new paragraph. Also, most minimalist wallets will provide you with a way to carry some cash. Usually, this will be enabled by a feature such as an elastic cash band or a money clip. Beautiful. Now this is much better, much more detailed, much more precise. The typical. However, most minimalist wallets will not provide a way for you to carry coins, and the few ones that do will only allow you to carry several coins at a time. In a specialized coin holder. Okay, I like this. These are our first paragraphs and probably what most people will read, and I think like 50% of the important work is done. So we can chill a little bit. We can take a step back and just like finish the rest of these. So how to use minimalist wallets. Should I even do this one? I kind of answered it like implicitly, I guess. Let's say something maybe like at the first time you buy a minimalist or something like that. Your first minimalist wallet will almost force you to make a decision. You will probably throw away your old traditional big bulky wallet, and most of the old and useless contents of it, such as old business cards. You know what? I'm not loving this so far. Let's see if maybe we can add it later. So, how to use minimalist wallets? I don't know. I think we answered this one. how how the minimalist wallets work? How to use? Let's say it's something like this. When you get your first minimalist wallet, take a long and hard look at the contents of your old wallet. Chances are you don't need more than half of what you've been carrying. So make sure to leave any redundant cards as well as business cards or other paper at home. Remember, paper especially is unnecessary, as your phone is a much better. This is in a paragraph. Is a much better storage of information. Simply take pictures of business cards you think are important. Also, make sure to only bring a few cash bills with you and leave the rest. No, that's enough. And leave your coins at home. I think this is pretty good advice on how to use a minimalist wallets. That's what I did, and I haven't looked back since. So remember, paper especially is unnecessary. Also, most of the cards you carry around are probably not necessary to you as well, and neither are coins or a ton of cash. Based on my experience with minimalist wallets, I believe that this decision alone will make your life a lot easier by providing you quicker access to only the essential cards and eliminating clutter that is only getting in the way and wasting your time. Beautiful. Okay. How to use minimalist wallets. Can we say something else here, like the specifics of how to use a minimalist wallet will vary based on the brand, on the model you have, but typically you will have quick access to your most important cards, and your cash will also be easily accessible on the outside of the wallet, held either by the cash band or the money clip. Okay, this is great. Okay, we kind of answered this one, but can we answer it again? Because I think it was like a question from the people also ask section. So maybe we can say like, what do you need to carry in your wallet? Most people will find that they only need to carry their most important financial cards, their ID or driver's license, rarely both, and any key cards, access cards, or transportation cards they use daily. Chances are you don't even need to carry any cash with you, let alone coins. Also, you don't need to carry any business cards or other paper in your wallet. Take pictures of them with your phone if they contain important information. This is great. How much do minimalist wallets weigh? Let's open up the sheet again here. So we're gonna go back to the data, look at the weight. So we have an average of 57.21 grams. So on average, and keep in mind that this is based on like a very limited set of data. So as I expand on the data and get more information, that's obviously gonna change, probably even end up being like a very different number. For now, I'm just gonna do it like this to give you guys an example. You should always aim to work with as complete data sets as possible. So on average, minimalist wallets weigh around 57.21 grams. Was that the number? Yeah. Which is 2 ounces. 2 ounces. Around 2 ounces. Yeah, that sounds about right. Minimalist wallets weigh around 27. Maybe we can say like the medium weighs around 56 grams. Yeah. With the median wallet weighing 56 grams. This is almost like how much? 197.5. Okay. With the median wallet weighing, okay. Now we have like their weight can vary greatly from model to model, however, and with the lightest wallet weighing just 5 grams. 0.17 ounces. And the heaviest one weighing 141. That's 5, let's say. 5 ounces. Okay, that answers the question completely. How big are minimalist wallets? Let's see here. Maybe we can say something like that, like this. Usually, most minimalist wallets are about as big as the standard American credit card. Or maybe we can say are just a little bit bigger than the standard American credit card, as they are usually made to fit a few of them and not much else. So that's like I call them the height and the width. I'm not exactly sure like how the standard is. I guess like that's the height and the width, right? And height, width, and depth is like the thickness. Maybe we can take a look at here. Like it's 1.3 centimeters in thickness. That sounds like a lot. I think this one is bringing up the average by a lot. Let's say their thickness is the dimension in which they differ from traditional wallets the most. Half a centimeter to and they are usually just in depth. Let's see now the inches. This is like 0.2 inches. I do it like this. I'm not sure like. So this is gonna be like 0.6 inches in depth. Okay, that's pretty good. What are minimalist wallets made of? We can say typically minimalist wallets are made of. Minimalist wallets have one main building material that is usually either some aluminum alloy, carbon fiber, or leather. Those three are found as the main material in. No, that's enough. Typically minimalist. Additionally, most wallets will have some steel parts, especially if they have some screws. They may also have some plastic parts as well, especially if they have some screws or other tactical features. They may also have some plastic parts as well. Minimalist wallets that come with a cash band will also the cash band, like this is better. The cash band found in some minimalist wallets is made either from rubber or from silicone. Okay, let's move on. How much do minimalist wallets cost? Again, we're gonna look at the data here. So, again, this is a limited data set, but we can see the average is $86. We have from 20 to 185. Okay, on average, minimalist wallets cost. What's that again? 86. Cost around $86. Let's sort them and see. Like, okay, yeah, that's pretty much accurate. Okay. I guess that's like the median as well. What? There is no median. Maybe it's like 59 or something like that. Although the median wallet will cost 59. I'm not sure that's correct, so I'm gonna remove it. I forgot like how to do the thing. Minimalist wallets cost around, their price can vary quite drastically, with the cheapest options costing less than 20 and the premium models costing 185 or more. Okay, are minimalist wallets worth it? Considering that a minimalist wallet will probably make your life a lot simpler. It will clean up the contents of your wallet. It will reduce the amount of stuff you drag around with you daily, and it will provide you with quicker access to your most important cards, and it will probably provide you with some extra features such as RFID protection. We can easily say that minimalist wallets are definitely worth it. I think one paragraph is also not enough here. How long do minimalist wallets last? Okay, I have some expertise here. Not a lot of it, honestly. I haven't done like as many reviews as I need to answer this question like 100% with authority, but based on like what I've done, what I've seen so far, and on the extrapolation I can do from the data sets I've seen so far, I think I can answer the question like pretty honestly and straightforwardly. So let's say maybe something like the higher, maybe most of the higher quality minimalist wallets coming from the top brands will easily last for decades. They usually come with a lifetime warranty, and the vast majority of owners often praise their longevity and durability, with defect rates being very, very low. Now, keep in mind that minimalist wallets have only been around for a few years, so we still don't have empirical evidence about their lifespans, and we can't know. No, that's enough. Still based on initial reports and their lightning fast rise in popularity, we can safely assume that most of the premium or higher quality minimalist wallets will last for quite a long time, probably decades, and possibly a lifetime, as their warranties suggest. Okay, that's pretty good. Are minimalist wallets safe? Maybe we can change this a little bit. Are minimalist wallets safe? Typically, minimalist wallets are much safer than traditional wallets. No, are minimalist wallets less prone to theft? Okay, let's do it like this. Compared to traditional wallets, minimalist wallets are harder to notice by pickpockets because of their smaller size, and thus are much safer if you're often found especially if you're often found in busy public areas. Also, unlike traditional wallets, most minimalist wallets come with the RFID blocking feature, which will prevent malicious actors from reading your cards, or charging your cards, which further increases the safety of minimalist wallets. I think this one can be, yeah, this is better. Do minimalist wallets damage credit cards? Here we can maybe say, like, in general, minimalist wallets don't damage credit cards. The only way that cards can get damaged is if you go against the recommendation of the wallet's brand about the maximum number of cards the wallet can fit, and purposefully overstuff your wallet and cram a much larger number of cards inside of it. Now I'm thinking of adding a header here, like it's kind of related to safety, I guess, not that much, but still somewhat related. It can be like, do minimalist wallets damage your clothing? Or can minimalist wallets damage your clothing? And we're gonna say, like, the vast majority of minimalist wallets are very small in dimension and have smooth edges, so they will not damage your clothing at all. In fact, large and bulky wallets will probably overstretch your pockets way sooner. However, there is a subset of minimalist wallets that are made from metal and also have a few edges that are not so smooth, and you should definitely be more careful with when carrying those models in your pocket. Types of minimalist wallets. Okay, let's not get into like too much detail here. Let me just quickly check how much we have so far. I'm gonna be very satisfied if this article is at least 2,000 words, maybe even like 1,800 is gonna be enough. Let's see how much we got so far. We're gonna crush this article, so there's really no need to go into a lot of detail here. So maybe we can say, like, there are several different types of minimalist wallets that you can choose from based on your own needs and preferences. The standard minimalist wallet will only have one compartment for the cards. One will have one or more compartments for the cards, and a cash band or a money clip. The bifold minimalist wallet will be foldable in half and will typically have more compartments for cards. There's also additionally, some wallets fold to places, and those are called trifold. Bifold single tactical card holder. Bifold, trifold. Some minimalist wallets, or maybe some minimalist wallets will also have some tactical features, and some will have so many of those that it will make more sense to call them tactical wallets rather than minimalist wallets. And maybe we can say like also some minimalist wallets will be so simple in their design that they will often be called card holders. So it sounds so. I'm gonna just go ahead and do it like this. So standard bifold, trifold, just so that we have a chance of capturing like a Google snippet with this list. So we're gonna like simply order all of them. So tactical and card holder. I think that's enough. We're gonna remove this one, and that's pretty good. Features of minimalist wallets. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at the table here again. Let's see now. We're gonna do it like this. So a lot of minimalist wallets not only come with very small dimensions and lightweight, but they also provide a lot of useful and interesting features, such as RFID blocking, stronger adjustable depth, rubber cash band, money clip, adjustable depth. Okay. Bottle opener, card hole, attachment, let me just fix this sentence a little bit. A lot of men don't know, but they can also provide some because I don't think like a wallet will have all of these. Card hole, attachment hole, pry bar, I remember that one. Pry bar, card hole, cash band, bifold, coin pocket, key holder, pull tabs. Yeah, okay, that one will go like near the top. Pull tab, push notch. I think this one is actually the same. Okay, silicone pen, tether. Yeah, that one's important as well. Tether, glass breaker. some of them have like sharp edges or cutting, what are they called? Paracords. This is the same as tether paracord. Customizable plates, magnetic closure. I'm not sure what that is. Diamond infused edges. Wow. Sharp edges or cutting surfaces. I think it's kind of like that. As you can see, they can have like a ton of features. Maybe this is not even like the entire list, but it's a pretty complete list, and I don't think we need to get into like a lot of detail there. But let's continue. Actually, let's climb this guy like closer to here. Do minimalist wallets have RFID blocking? Most minimalist wallets will have some form of RFID blocking. It will not work 100% in all of them, and in some of them it will barely work, but it will still provide at least some form of protection. Only a small part of minimalist wallets come without RFID blocking today. With no RFID. Okay, that's good. How many cards do minimalist wallets fit? So back to the trusted table here. We have an average of 10.88 in here, and the minimum is 6, the maximum is 18. So on average, minimalist wallets will fit let's say between 10 and 12 cards, because this is like it depends on the cards as well. Like, do they have the engraved text or whatever it's called? So it can depend like on several things there. Let's see if we get like okay, the median number seems to be 12 here. So with the median number being 12, the smallest card capacity in a minimalist wallet is 6, while the biggest one is 18. Is that so? Yeah, okay. And since I have like an article about card capacities, a list article, I will immediately link to it from here. So if you want to see some of the best minimalist, or maybe check out my guide on the best minimalist wallets for lots of cards, if you want to see some great options with that feature. And this is a link. Oh, what's it called? Lots of cards. Come on. For many cards. Oh, okay. Okay, let's change it in the link as well for many cards. Okay, and you do this like every time you have a related article, you link to it from the relevant section. Okay, let's move on. How much cash do minimalist wallets fit? Now this is not a data point I have collected. This is not something I've gathered data upon. I will have to go from memory here. So typically minimalist wallets will be able to fit, maybe most fit around 5 cash bills. Only a handful of models will not be able to fit only a handful of models will fit less than that, but there are quite a few models that may fit up to 12 bills, especially if you don't have a lot of cards in the wallet at the same time. Okay, how many coins do minimalist wallets fit? So let's briefly cover this. Most minimalist wallet models will have no ability to carry, will provide to carry any coins. Users or minimalist wallet owners typically carry coins in their pockets. Some models, however, will come with a coin holder or a dedicated coin compartment, but you will probably only be able to keep about half a dozen coins in there. Okay, that's pretty good. Compartments. I'm not feeling this one. I don't think we should do it. What can we say here? What are they made of or something like that? Let's see how it goes. Components of minimalist wallets. Okay, let's give it a shot. Maybe it's gonna end up being good. The number of compartments. I think we actually answered this, and the types. This is gonna say almost the same thing. So no, let's remove it. I think we're doing pretty good so far anyway. So what is a minimalist wallet? I think we're answering that in real depth here. Oh boy, we're golden. So tactical features. It is common for minimalist wallets to come with some tactical features that may be very useful to owners in some everyday scenarios, but also in some unexpected situations. Okay, let's see. Let's mention some of them. So which one of these do we want to go with? Maybe we can say probably the most famous tactical feature found in a lot of minimalist wallets is RFID blocking. RFID means, I'm probably gonna post a link to like Wikipedia in here. RFID radio frequency identification. Yep. RFID are specialized instruments that thieves can use to read or charge cards while they are in your wallet, in your pocket. Much like, and the technology works pretty much in the same way that the scanners and the card scanners in supermarkets work. When wallets have RFID blocking, this simply prevents the scanners from reading the information, the card information, and thieves will not be able to charge your cards because of this. Okay. Now what? These are like not all tactical features. Paracord, not exactly adjustable bottle opener. That's like a tactical feature. Another interesting one interesting tactical feature found in several minimalist wallets is the bottle opener. It will not be nearly as good as a dedicated tool for the job, but it will usually be enough to get the job done in a pinch. Bottle opener. Another very interesting feature that may actually end up saving your life is the glass breaker. This one is not so common, but you can probably imagine a situation where it would be critical to your life, critical to have a glass breaker handy. Okay, sharp edges, cutting surfaces, card hole pry bar. There are other tactical features found in some minimalist wallets include sharp edges, pry bars, magnetic glue, etc. That's enough. Okay, clothing style and fit. Um, okay, let's do this one as well. Of minimalist wallets. Minimalist wallets come in a lot of different styles, designs, and color choices, so they can fit pretty much any type of style or clothing. However, most minimalist wallets are small, neat, elegant, and stylish, and that's why they are. You know what? Let's forget about this. No, we don't want to do that here. Pros and cons of minimalist wallets. The advantages, some of the main advantages of minimalist wallets include carrying less stuff around, faster access to your important cards, carrying less weight, occupying less space in your pocket or purse, and what else? And various access to various tactical features. The main disadvantages of minimalist wallets are not being able to carry a larger number of cards, not being able to carry a lot of cash, usually not being able to carry any coins at all. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, now this is the final paragraph, and as I said, this is gonna contain a link to the article called The Best Minimalist Wallets, which I still haven't written, so we're gonna end this with just like a simple ordering of a few of the best brands, or what I consider to be the best brands. So there are a lot of great minimalist wallets out there, coming from several great brands. Some of them include some of the best. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna point to some of my reviews here. So, some of the best option. Let's do it like this. Some of the best minimalist wallets. Some of the best minimalist wallets available today are, let's say, like, are the Rich Aluminum, the Dango DO1 Dapper, the Travax what was it? Maybe Element or Original, why not? The Travex Original 2.0, the flip side 4, and the flip side 4. I think that's enough. Maybe we can also say like rich titanium. And these are all gonna be links. Rich aluminum, rich titanium, Tango D1 Dapper, Travex Original 2.0, and Flipside 4. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add one more. And the Fidelo. This is also like a very popular option. Okay. Save draft. Let's count the words one final time. Oh no! Hold on. We have like the chances are, if you're looking to buy a wallet today, you will end up getting a minimalist wallet. Yeah, the first paragraphs. Like, what am I even thinking here? Minimalist. I've had one for years now, and I've explored the topic in great depth, so I can definitely provide you with a useful guide useful answer on the question for the question, what are minimalist wallets? And let's provide like the answer paragraph. So actually, you know what? I think we're going by the process here. So we filled out every header. We added links as we went. We used some lists. We're not going to use tables here. So we have the introductory paragraph. As usual, try to connect with your audience a little bit and provide some, like evidence for your authority, which I did by saying I've had a minimalist wallet for like a few years now. And the second paragraph. So this should win the Google snippet. We actually wrote like the summary and call to action. That's the last part here. We're not gonna do another summary. So let's read the snippet paragraph. So a minimalist wallet is a wallet that is lighter in weight and smaller in size than most traditional wallets. It is often made from aluminum or carbon fiber, but it can also be made from leather. It often comes with some practical features, most notably RFID blocking, and typically it will encourage you to only carry your most important cards, just a few bills of cash and nothing else. And that will be a decision that will simplify your life greatly. How many words do you have? I'm usually going for like not more than 80. Oof, right on the nose. Beautiful. This goes into bold. I'm not sure that this is gonna beat like what's currently out there. Let's see. Keeps things light, simple, and compact, freeing extra pocket space. It also relieves you. I think my answer is better. It goes like it covers into only the most. Yeah, I think this is a better answer. I could work on this more because I can see like how if I spend 10 minutes here, this can be better. So I'm not gonna do that now because this guide is like already probably gonna end up being very long. But that's it. We wrote the content. Guys, another one like mostly done. So let's see what we have here. Like place the table of contents. We already did that one. Select the category. What do we have here? So wallets, minimalist wallets, smart wallets, tactical wallets. These two are not there. Okay, the category is done. Now images. Well, this one I actually wanted to add images from my own wallet. I'm just gonna show you like this is a minimalist wallet. Technically, it's a very old one. It's like it's not even leather. This is like fake leather. I bought it before even like the term existed, I believe, like, or maybe it did. I'm not sure. But I'm probably gonna take like a few pictures with it of it with my phone. Let me just do that right now. Maybe I'm gonna like post some of them, as a original photos, which is something that you should always do. That has like it probably has like the most value out of in terms of like so I'm gonna use a few of my own pictures here, and also I'm gonna add like some interesting cool ones that I've found from around the from the other content I've done. Okay, so okay, so these are like some of my images. I'm just gonna like edit them real quick, show you like how I do this typically. So this is quite large. I'm just gonna reduce it to like 700. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna use that one, not this one, probably this one. So as you can see, my wallet is like really old, and I'm kind of proud of it because it has definitely stood the test of time. But it's time for a new one, and I'll probably get myself like, I don't know, maybe a Ridge wallet or something like that. And these are gonna be like pretty decent images. They're obviously my own, they're taken from me. You should always aim to do that when you can. When you can't, well, we showed how to handle that situation in the past. Okay, which one they will not do here? Let me just briefly. Okay, I think it's this one. Let me quickly upload some of these in here. So I always do it like this. I always add new media like this. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I always edit the alt text in here. So diagonal view of a minimalist wallet of hand holding a minimalist wallet. Okay, that's one. Top view of a minimalist wallet. And that's enough here. Top view of an old black minimalist leather wallet. That's pretty good. And an open minimalist wallet with a few cards in it. Okay, that's good for now. And should I buy a minimalist wallet? Well, in here I'm probably gonna put some like more attractive picture. Maybe like I like the Ridge wallets, so maybe I'm gonna put something like this. This looks good. Should I buy? How do minimalist wallets work? And here maybe I can put my own. Which one? Maybe this one. It's pretty good. How to use? What do you need to carry? How much do they weigh? How much do they cost? Maybe we can add like another one here. We can play around with this. Like, there's not really like any hard and set rules for these types of guides because, well, as you can see, we're only answering like basic questions here, so there's not like a lot of great images we can do in this type of research, in this type of article. Features. How many cards? I'm gonna put my own here as well. This one is pretty good for that. Cash, coins, tactical features. Let's see now. Maybe we'll have something like, do we have Priber? Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. Pros and cons, and what are the best? Maybe we can put like the Ridge Titanium. Looks good. Beautiful. Okay, the images are done. Maybe we can actually, for the featured image, I'm gonna use one of my own. Maybe this one. Yeah. And there we have it. Images are done. We're not gonna do graphs in here. Although I would do like a graph or a chart for the other like hypothetical article I mentioned. If we were doing like what was it called, like the how much do they weigh, I would do at least like a graph chart or something like that, and maybe like clusters on an axis like x or epsilon, whatever, like clusters of wallets and their weights and stuff like that. We're not gonna do that now. Strategic bolts. I guess we should do this. Let's see if we can do this. What do you need to know? Encourage people. Maybe we can do this here. This. How to use. Okay, what do you need to carry? That's good there. An average. This is good. How big? This is. Hey, come on. What happened there? Huh. That was strange. Okay. How much do they cost? Bam. As you can see, I'm just emphasizing like the most important points of the article. So these are like the straight up answers of all of the questions. For someone that's scanning the article, they're gonna immediately be drawn to this emphasis. Why are you? What's? I'm clearly pressing like, dude. Okay. Uh, Save. Okay. Mm, I think that's pretty good for now. Okay. How many cards? Actually, this one can go like an entirety. Yeah, on average. Okay. How much cash? Coins, tactical features, pros and cons. What are the best? Okay. We have some strategic bolds in there. Now, the next step is very, very critical, very, very important, and we're very, very much gonna skip it right now because I don't want to bore you and make you guys watch me go through my article and edit it and proofread it. I am gonna do that at some point. Usually, I like to publish several articles and then edit them in bulk because editing is really boring to me. But it's nothing special. You just edit it. You make sure there's no mistakes. You proofread it. Check for grammatical spelling errors. Also check for conceptual errors if the article flows, if it's factually correct, all of that. And finally read it one more time as a whole, really quickly scan through it, see if it feels right, it makes sense. Okay, the final title. What is a minimalist wallet? Everything you need to know. I think this is a pretty good title. It follows the formula, it has the keyword, it has a little bit of detail, a little bit of intrigue, and that's a decent title. We may play around with this a bit more. We should probably spend a few more minutes here, but just adding the second part does a lot of extra value. It adds a lot of interesting, it just adds a punch to the whole thing. It's not just the keyword, but it's also maybe we can add some everything you must know. Much better, much better. Okay, great. That's perfect now. Set the permalink. So the permalink is always it's usually just the keyword and the empty spaces are replaced with the hyphens. I've found that this works best for SEO. Set the permalink. Guys, it's time again for the publish. Let's do it. Are you ready? And we have takeoff. Let's look at this. This is beautiful. Amazing. Okay, this is perfect. Let's see the word count. Finally, 2,259, and this is all done in what, 2-3 hours. I'm not even sure how much it's gonna take. Guys, this is the game. This is how you win. You do this every day, preferably several times a day if you can. I cannot promise you. I cannot promise you anything. I don't want to say I promise you, but I can really, really give you a strong, friendly advice that if you do this hundreds of times, you are gonna build a passive income. And let's just see, should we add some internal links to our posts from other articles? Well, technically, this is the time when I would add some links to the article, but I mostly have product reviews on the blog so far, and that means they're lower in the funnel. I usually don't want to link from product reviews to informational content because I just don't want to distract people while they're potentially in buying mode. If they're ready to spend some money, I leave them like read the article and do their thing. Informational articles usually link to other informational articles. That's how I do things. I like to keep like the top of the funnel like interconnected within it, or they can potentially link to other content below, like list articles or product reviews, which I both did from the example. But for now, we're not gonna add any internal links to this particular article. These next two steps are part of my process, but I'm not gonna show them here because they're vastly different from writing the blog post itself. So that's promoting the blog post and creating a video for it. This usually means like I'm just gonna post a link from the blog on some social media accounts, maybe like some forums if it makes some sense. Probably I will do some like small email outreach, maybe like do some shotgun skyscraper link building really quickly, but that's like really agile. I'm usually done with that in like 15-20 minutes or 30 or like half an hour, and that helps the article like really get going. I'm gonna show that in a different guide. That's like a different process. And for now, I'm not gonna do a video on this one. I will probably this blog will probably have like a dedicated video channel to it, like the future how to will probably have it. For now, that's it. And as you can see, the process is done. The article is live, guys. This was the third and final. Guys, this was the third and final guide on the different blog post types. So we covered product reviews, we covered list articles, and now today, finally, probably the most important one of all and the hardest one to do, we covered informational articles. That's 3 out of 3. You have all of the tools you need here. Watch the guides, read the blog posts, rinse, wash, repeat, practice, apply it to your own niche. You are gonna tweak the processes according to your own niche, your own needs, your own desires, and of course, like your own experiences and your own products, all of that. Do that hundreds of times. I give you a very friendly advice that you will not regret it. This is gonna be the best professional decision you make in your life. Or even better, join the Digital Marketing Empire team. That's gonna be even better for a lot of you guys. Why? Well, you won't have to worry about failure. We remove downside. So, if you start a blog on your own, yes, you have the processes to rely on. You have me like as your mentor and other really, really great marketers out there to learn from. But still, there's a ton of it that can go wrong. There's like a ton of it that can go really, really bad. If you join the Digital Marketing Empire team, you're going to work with me directly. You're going to be under my mentorship. You're going to get free training on all of these processes. And then you're going to write a lot of content and you're going to let that content earn passive income for you while you sleep. That's the deal I have for you. It's a really sweet deal. We're gonna launch the project very soon. These videos are the foundation of it. They are gonna be used as training wheels for a lot of you guys, but you will learn a ton more. You will get like live training sessions with me. We are gonna edit your content together. It's gonna be amazing. There is a link for the Digital Marketing Empire in this video. Click it, join it. We're going on the ride of a lifetime here, guys. We're truly building an empire and it's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna make a ton of money. I will see you there. Click the link. Your boy Matt, done.